Sorry about that. What is up, Orville? What is up? Just gonna wait and see if anybody shows up. Hey Brian, how's it going? I'm just right now sending some like a tweet and sharing on my Facebook that I'm live right now, so people know that not everybody gets the notifications, even though you have notifications turned on, but it's how it is, so I'm sending out the call, letting people know that I'm live right now. Yo, Pontiac, what is up? Jeremiah, Native Ranger, Henry, did I make it to the chat in time? Yes, you did. I just started it right now. So we are good. Hey, what is up, Robert? Coffee Thief, what is up? Howdy doody. It's howdy doody time. It's howdy doody time. Just waiting to see. Remember, guys, whenever you come in, you gotta smash that like button, guys. You gotta smash that like button. The minute you get in here, smash that like button, because Halloween is over, but Christmas is just around the corner, and Thanksgiving for all of you guys that love turkey. So if you love turkey, smash the like button if you love some turkey. Well, I love turkey. Love turkey very much. Oscar, what if you made your own Power Ranger series? I don't know. I am never thought about it. Really, it's like not something I've had on my mind at all. I did the whole writing scripts and stories long time ago when I was performing and everything. So I don't really think about that anymore. So I leave that to other people now. I leave that to other people that enjoy it. That was part of my life back then. I don't do it anymore. I smash the like button, but I like stuffing more than turkey. Well, if you love anything Thanksgiving related, stuffing and everything, you smash the like button then. You smash it if you like it, you smash it if you don't. Can you help me with the weapons design? I don't really design weapons, all I do is just make whatever. I haven't ever made my own personal designs or anything. And I'm just starting to get into 3D modeling right now, so still on the learning curve, so I'm still new at this whole thing. My friend Robert is more experienced. He's got more years of actually doing 3D modeling and everything than I do. So, it's like, it's a hard thing. But, guys, there's some news I got to share with you guys. There's some news and stuff like that. And it has to do with, Power Rangers and stuff like that. And the whole, making the props and armors and stuff like that. So, well, I'm just waiting a little while. I want to see if more people show up, just in case. I'm just waiting to see if a few more people show up. Badass shirt, brother. Oh, thank you. This is actually the first cosplay I ever did. Like I didn't make the cosplay, but first cosplay I ever, became, dressed up as. I was a shy guy, so I decided, hey, this would be a cool cosplay because I could cover my face. So. Hey, Joshua. And then this makes your girlfriend cool. If your girlfriend's got this shirt, or if your boyfriend's got this shirt, you know, for you guys, for you ladies, if there are any ladies in here, you know, whoever's got somebody with this shirt, they're cool. You know, because it's a cool shirt. Kakashi is cool. Please refrain from spamming symbols. Well, you know, big smiley faces is not that bad of a problem. So, Streamlabs, behave yourself. Let's see. My first ever cosplay was David Trueheart. Oh, nice. Damn, that bot got Ghost Warriors. Yeah, look at that. If you could be any ranger, who would you be? I guess the White Ranger. That would be the White Ranger. Are you a Star Wars fan? I like Star Wars, but I'm not a. I guess you wouldn't. I would say I'm not a fan like a lot of other people. You know, I'll watch the movies, but I don't collect anything. I don't buy anything. Star Wars related and everything. I just enjoy the movies. Like every time it comes out, a new movie comes out, I go watch it. So I like it. You know, I'm not like I don't know everything there is to know about Star Wars. Just like I don't know everything there is to know about Power Rangers. You know, so because I like Power Rangers, but I'm not like a super mega fan. So I don't watch it. I don't study it. You know, I don't even have any. I don't collect anything. Of Power Rangers. I just love it. I love the series. I love the design, I love the characters. I love the helmets. I love everything about it. You know, it's like, but I've never cosplayed as a Power Ranger or anything. I would probably be the Red Dino Thunder Ranger. Hi. Wow, Steph is here. Okay, since Steph is here and she's probably gonna leave in a little while. Jose Valdez, Kamen Rider Geek. That's not Power Ranger. That Kamen Rider 10 Kamen Rider. Yeah, I know. That's the helmet I've been working on. So, okay, we got at least 8 people here. That's basically usually the maximum that I have here. All right, guys. So I'm gonna share some news for you. I don't know if you guys have noticed. For all of you guys that, yes, I know you were here too, Stephanie. So, just so you know, I don't know if you guys have noticed that any of you guys that buy Power Ranger helmet files like online on Etsy. I don't know if any of you have noticed. I'm sure a couple of you know because some of you even told me about it. That some of the Etsy shops have been closed down. That they're no longer up and you can't get the files for the Power Ranger helmets or the Power Ranger props and stuff like that. And I'm sure you guys are probably wondering why. Why did the Etsy shops close? And there's a good reason for that. I just recently found out about the reason, and the reason is that it's basically copyright from what I heard. It's a copyright thing with Hasbro. Now that Hasbro owns Power Rangers, I guess it seems like people that are making Power Ranger helmets and selling them, including people that are modeling the files and selling, you know, the props of the weapons, the files of the helmets and everything, can't do that because of licensing. So it's gonna. A lot of people have had their shops closed down, or they had to remove anything Power Rangers related from the actual Etsy store. Like I know my friend 3D Command Center had everything Power Rangers on his Etsy shop, and he had to take everything down except for one file, which was a Kamen Rider file. Tokuda, what is up? So remember, everybody, smash the like button when you get here. Smash the like button. All right, so there's a thing, guys. I'm gonna tell you this right now. that with this happening, apparently they're even going after people that are even selling stuff on eBay, and it's, you know, the easier people that are being after, like people who have Etsy stores and everything. Like I used to have one, I don't have one anymore, but I never sold anything Power Ranger related on the Etsy store. But now it's like if you're gonna post publicly that you're selling these and you're out there online selling them and everything, there's gonna be a problem. So from what I was told by a friend of mine, that you need to fill out a form that Hasbro has for licensing to see if you can be allowed to, you know, make these and sell them, because, you know, because now Hasbro owns it, so now they own the copyright for Power Rangers, and since, you know, people are selling them for mass production, you know, like you know, make this helmet and you're selling it to several different people, and you're not like making it and then selling it to one person and that's it. So you made a mask about Kamen Rider 01. I actually made I haven't made a mask for Kamen Rider 01. I made a helmet for their Flaming Tiger, it's called, and now I just made another one for Valkyrie, which is the running cheetah. So unfortunately, I filled out the form, so I had to, just in case, and I sent it in to Hasbro just like about an hour ago, and I'm gonna wait and see what they say. So if I don't get the licensing for it, this probably will mean I will no longer be able to or be allowed to sell anything 3D printed or casted or anything Power Rangers, since they own the copyright. So there's a chance before the end of the year I can no longer take commissions and sell anything that has to do with Power Rangers, like anything that's actually in Power Rangers, like that's already been out or something. I guess I don't know. Probably there's a thin line with Super Sentai because, you know, it's Japanese. But I might not be able to do the whole Power Rangers, like Mighty Morphin, the movies, or anything like that. So that's going to seriously mess things up for me, especially because almost actually all of the orders I get for commissions and everything are of Power Rangers. Like I can make other things, but I don't get a lot of orders for other things. Like I've made, like in the past 10 years, from everything I've made, the majority has been Power Rangers. I've made like maybe one 3D printed Batman cowl. I made a 3D printed Batman suit. I made a Harley Quinn pistol. But everything else, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers. And this could mean the end of anything. That the only place you probably would be able to get it is probably through Anarchy, because I think he signed an agreement with them and they approved him. And or if they do license, there's a chance, like if you're working through a company and you're licensed by them, there's a chance that you can sell it, but then you might have to higher the price because you might have to give them a cut of the sale. End of what just got here. Well, Slifer Sacker, it's just saying that recently people have been noticing that a lot of people have been closing their Etsy stores that sell Power Ranger STLs or Power Ranger 3D printed helmets and everything, due to the fact because I found out that Hasbro has been involved in it, and you know, it's like selling these things and everything, and Hasbro now owns the copyright to Power Rangers. Because of that fact, they don't have permission to sell these, so now these people have to close down their stores and they can't sell anything Power Rangers related unless they are licensed by Hasbro. And this is what I was told. So, you know, earlier, about an hour ago, I filled out the form of the licensing. to see what they say. If I get approved, I could get licensed, but there's a chance that they might ask for a fee for the sale. I don't know, or something like, you know, like they take a percentage off it, so the price might have to go up to cover up the cost to them. Or they might not approve me at all, which means I would have to stop completely of making anything, of selling anything Power Rangers. Hey Henry, man, I hope not. They cost way too much. Yeah, you know, so far right now it's like about, I sell a fully finished helmet for $300. So if I get licensed, there's a chance, if they do ask for like a percentage or a cut, there's a chance that the price would have to probably go for up to $350 or maybe $370. I don't know, depending on what percentage they feel they are entitled to. The way you do it, they will not know. Yeah, but the thing is this: since in the information that that they asked for, and I had to be honest with it. I had to be honest in the form. They asked, how do I advertise? So I had to put the YouTube channel, I had to put the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, and everything. So they have access to that, so they can see what I do. That's the only way they can verify on how I do things, and you know, if they would want to, you know, license me or not. So you know, it's like that. So I just checked Etsy, and some of my Power Ranger STLs are no longer available from Nelly. Yeah, Nelly's store is completely shut down. That's how I found out. His store is now completely gone. Nelly's, and as you guys know, and if you watched some of my previous videos, some of the files that I've actually used for some of the builds were actually bought in Nelly's Etsy shop. So his shop is now gone. There is no more Nelly on Etsy selling the files or anything. So you will not be able to go back into that store, because that Etsy store is now officially gone. Which is one of the reasons why, you know, my friend Robert was telling me about that the other day, because Robert told me about it, and then we were finding out about other things. I'm Sidley Sam PG. Hey, what is up? Oni, I'll call you Oni Cosplay, because the other name I can't pronounce that well. Smash that like button. So yeah, and the problem is, because I know a lot of you guys love the fact that I make Power Ranger helmets for the videos. So, and most of the helmets that majority of the helmets that I make on the videos are commissions for, you know, clients that I have, and I use those builds to make videos. So unfortunately, if that's the case, I will have to start building other things also for the YouTube channel. So I'll have to start building other stuff and everything. So, you know, it's like I'm gonna have to just start building other stuff like Kamen Rider, Batman, DC, Marvel, everything else, and occasionally maybe a Power Ranger helmet, but I can't sell it. So, and besides, I've already done a lot of videos of a Power Ranger helmet, so basically every video is pretty much the same. So you kind of get the gist of everything that I've told you in all those past videos. So you guys already know everything you need to know about how to finish your 3D printed helmets. Can you do a Halo Master Chief? I actually did a few times, long time ago. I think the last time I made a Master Chief helmet was about back in 2012. I think that's the last time I made a Master Chief helmet. I don't know which version it was. I don't remember, because I never play. I don't play Halo. No, there's one game I can't get into. I think it's because I don't like the whole playing online with people, because sometimes it just becomes a little bit of a hectic headache. So So yeah, it's gonna affect everything. It's gonna affect everything of what's gonna be the content I bring to the channel, because I can't. Usually I made the videos for also so people would get interested in making orders for the Power Ranger helmets, but now there's no. If I don't get licensed, I can't sell them anymore. So if I keep making more, I'm just gonna be overstocked with Power Ranger helmets on my shelf and everything, and I don't really have the room for Power Ranger helmets. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be affecting me a lot, because since that's where I get most of my income from. Most of my income, where I pay my bills and everything, comes from those Power Ranger helmets that I make. And without those, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna be very, very difficult, and I don't even know how I'm gonna manage, what I'm gonna do financially, about getting by and everything. Because if I can't make a living, I will have to stop doing a lot of things. It's gonna be like, if I can't do the helmets and I don't get orders for anything else, that means money's gonna be tight. And I might even have to shut down the YouTube channel from doing props, because there's no money for materials, so I won't be able to make any more videos. I would have to probably change the channel into something else instead of doing props, because I'm not gonna be able to afford any of the materials to actually make cosplays. So. Yeah, I'm sure you would. Okay, basically, okay, I'm gonna say for renderings that Hasbro, since they now have the copyright for the Power Rangers, a lot of people have to take down their Etsy shop that sell helmets, that sell 3D printed helmets, sell the files for 3D printing and everything that has to do with anything Power Rangers. And if you're not licensed or anything, you have to stop. You can't sell it because of copyright. And unfortunately, I had to send in a form to fill out for licensing, to see if they allow me. And if they don't allow me, I'm gonna have to stop making props for Power Rangers in general. Because I don't need any problems with law or anything, because you never know. I don't know how far Hasbro will take it if they find out somebody's making a lot of money off something that they own the copyright to. So you can switch from Power Rangers to Kamen Rider. Well, I'm crossing my fingers too, and like I said, I just gotta find out. Try to find to see like Slifer says, move to Kamen Rider. I have to see where I can find people that are interested in Kamen Rider helmets, and see if if I can get some orders. So it's like, so we can't get you can get the sword still, like until the until something happens. So I gotta see, because I'm gonna really have to figure out what to do until they can find, if they tell me yes or no. I'm gonna see if I can try to sell props, Power Rangers and stuff, before I get the notification, because there's a good chance that I might not get licensed. So I'm gonna try to do sales in the meantime, get as many sales as I can, sell as many helmets and prop orders as I can until then. So let's see. As big as Anarchy is, I bet he got licensed right away. Actually, I do remember he got signed by he did have to sign a contract or a form or something with Hasbro and everything like that. So I know he's safe. He's completely safe. He's not going to be touched in that way. So, how are you? I'm all right. Just a little stressed. Just a little stressed because now I got to figure out. I did start a sale recently about buy one helmet and get one free of a raw 3D print, not a fully finished helmet, of a raw 3D printed helmet, and you get another free 3D printed helmet. But I gotta see because now I need to make as much. I have to try and get as many sales as I can before the end of the year. Because if I have to eliminate Power Ranger builds and commissions altogether, it's going to be very tough for me because that's my bread and butter. That's where I make my money to pay my bills. So without that, I'm going to be in very, very, very deep trouble, and I don't really know what's going to be the outcome for me. If things get so tight and bad that I can't make because of the fact that I can't make any Power Ranger props, I have to stop doing a lot of things. Like I would even have to shut down the YouTube channel because without money coming in, I won't have the funds to buy material to make cosplays to do the tutorials for you guys. So, what's a raw build cost? A raw print costs about $100 for a raw printed helmet. Somebody just sent me a message. So, bro, where do you sell your helmets? Like right now, I just sell them. Like people contact me on my Instagram. Some people contact me on Twitter. Some people contact me on Facebook. Because like I said, I had a store before, like on Etsy, but then I took it down because commissions weren't really coming in on Etsy. A lot of people weren't coming on orders because people were mostly looking for files, and I don't sell files because since I buy the files from other people, I'm not gonna resell them because that's wrong. I'm not gonna do that. So people contact me on my Instagram, and that's where we make the sale, and payments are done through PayPal. And and it's a pretty fast thing. Like right now, I'm printing out an order of a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Green Ranger helmet. So I'm printing that out. And last night I finished printing out the Green Samurai Ranger from Power Rangers Samurai. I think the fact of the matter is because since Hasbro did announce that they just recently released the White Ranger helmet for their Lightning collection, so I have a feeling they want to start making helmets that people can eventually use for cosplay, and they want to corner the market, and get that. And also, if people are getting stuff from Anarchy, if he's licensed by them or anything, there's a partnership from there because Anarchy is so big and well known and everything. So, man, I was about to buy helmets on Etsy and I was gonna get Lord Drakkon Helmet. Yeah, well, you can still get it. You can, are you looking for the file, or you're looking for like an actual, like a raw helmet, like a unfinished helmet? Like what is it you were looking for on Etsy? Yeah, I was like, that's why, and I think that's one of the reasons why Anarchy charges a little bit more than I do, because he charges like almost $400 per helmet, and it's like, I think he's got to cover the costs because if there's a partnership with Hasbro, there could be like a little bit of a percentage he's got to give to them. I don't know how it's working with him and that. So, but shutting down cosplay stores is the wrong way to. Shoot, but it's not like they're actually shutting down cosplay stores. I think it's just they're being selective of anything that has to do with Power Rangers. So, I guess they want to have people that are bigger in name to represent something that they own now. You know, they own Power Rangers. So I don't know what the story is with them and everything. It's just the you know, it's like you know, what can you do? Well, his are not just fiberglass because I know he casts them also. He actually does resin cast of the helmets, and then on the inside it's fiberglass. So yeah, because I've done a lot of casted helmets in the past. The only thing is it does, and I can understand why he charges more because you know resin is expensive, and since he gets a lot of work, he gets a lot of orders and everything. So I can see why he can do it and pay that much, and people go to him a lot. You know, not a lot of people stop and don't question it. They're like, this is Anarchy. You know, he's got some of the best stuff. You know, that's, you know, people always say that and everything. And you know, then there's the little guys that are a little bit smaller. They're not well known. That work through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and everything. You know, like me. You know, like I'm not that well known, so I don't get a lot of orders. But you know, I do my best, and people like what I do. But this news that I found out today is going to basically put a big giant hold on not just, you know, making the cosplay thing, but it'll also affect the YouTube channel because, you know, it's like if I can't make a living on something, I don't have income coming in, I can't make videos to help you guys learn how to do props, armors, cosplays, foam builds, fiberglass, make moldings, make casts, you know, and all this stuff. Because this is a lot of stuff that I've had planned that I've been wanting to do because, you know, it's like there was nobody ever around when I started out. I actually had to learn how to do it myself, and now that I know the majority of these things, you know, I wanted to share it with other people when there was nobody who was willing to share it with me. But Hasbro has to understand most people can't afford high-priced helmets, and you have some, like myself, can only afford a raw cast, have to do work, and they really need to think about this. If I had money, I would go with you because of all the stuff I heard. So, well, thank you. ¿Hablas español, güey? Sí, yo hablo español y hasta yo entiendo español también. So, I understand Spanish. So yeah, you know, it's like I don't know what's gonna happen. This might affect a lot of other people that I know that do Power Rangers commissions. I know there's another guy here in Puerto Rico that does Power Ranger helmets, so I don't know what's gonna happen with his stuff, if he's gonna have to stop also, because like I said, there's always that thing in the back of your head. If you keep going and you were told not to, and you continue to do it, and you try to hide it, you don't know if something will come back and bite you in the butt. And nobody wants that type of problem, especially they don't want any legal problems with anything, because legal stuff gets expensive. I heard some people got their Anarchy helmets 2 years after. Yeah, regardless of the fact that Anarchy does have a lot of other people working with him, he tends to really get so many orders that he gets backed up very much. You know, I'm just one guy, and you know, whenever I get a lot of orders, my time frame changes. You know, my time frame could be, I can do a raw 3D printed helmet within a week and send it, or like if they make an order and I'm already going through several different orders, you know, it could take from a few weeks to a couple months, and you know, that's what's going on. You know, so now I'm gonna have to see what else I can do. I'm gonna have to see about announcing more the coffee page that I had to see if people will donate and everything. After knowing what's gonna happen, because you know, it's like, see if anybody wants to help out to keep the channel from closing down and stopping, and seeing if people are interested in any other type of helmets. You know, it's like, I never have, you believe it or not, I've never had anybody commission me for a Kamen Rider helmet ever. Never ever once have anybody ever commissioned me one. I've made one for the YouTube channel, but never once has somebody ever commissioned for a Kamen Rider helmet. And so, if I could get Kamen Rider helmet builds, you know, it's like, you know, I would love to do that, because I love Kamen Rider. You know, I enjoy the series. And their helmets are badass. I hope your channel can keep going. I learned a lot from watching your videos. Well, I'm glad you learned a lot, Brian. It took my friend 1 year to get his first cosplay. Wow. Well, I've seen that happen. I've even seen videos where people said they waited a year, or like 16 months and stuff like that. Or I think one person even waited 2 years. I saw a video, like, they were doing like the review of the costume and everything. Hasbro needs to finish orders before promoting more so that they don't get backed up on orders. I don't know, because this is a big giant company, so, you know, they're always going to do that. They've been doing that ever since day one. You know, always taking orders, always taking pre-orders for stuff like this, and I know sometimes orders, like, release dates get backed up, and like I think some people didn't get their White Ranger helmet until like a little bit after, when they sometime after it was supposed to be announced, when it was supposed to be released. So it's like the I guess they didn't have the same amount of quantity to the amount of orders that they got. So let's see. I never dealt with Anarchy. All I know is what I heard. So I know. So it's all, for me. It's all he say she said things. So I don't know what's going on. I've never ordered anything from Anarchy. Like I said, I've never cosplayed Power Ranger. I've never cosplayed as a Kamen Rider. Though I would cosplay as a Kamen Rider, because I love the armors. I love the armors. Maybe not as Kamen Rider. Well, there's one cosplay I would love to do, and that is Dangerous Zombie. I would love to cosplay that character. I don't know why. I found it so cool, and I kind of like zombies. And you know, the way he was like intro, like when he first transformed, he's moving like a zombie a little bit. But it's awesome. It's one of my favorite ones, and I gotta see what's going on. Everything is like up in the air now. I don't know what's gonna happen. You never know. This channel could die. I wanted to do this live stream to let you guys know that the future is going to be a little uncertain now. The future of this channel is going to be uncertain. You know, a lot of you guys don't know that I don't have a normal 9-to-5 job. I don't have a 9-to-5 job, period. I haven't been able to find a job in Puerto Rico ever since 2016. And the reason is because here it's not about who you know. Actually, it's actually about who you know, because it's not about what you know. Because you could be the most experienced person in your job, in that type of job, and you know everything. But they will hire a kid that's about 16, 17 years old because they don't know the job. They don't know what it takes. And the only reason is because they could pay them less. That's the reason, because they could pay them less. And that's how things work here, man. That's how things work here in Puerto Rico, where I am, you know. I came here years ago because my grandparents came down. My grandmother was diagnosed with cirrhosis, so they gave her 5 months to live. I left everything in the States to come down here until her dying day. And then my grandfather became ill, and he died. And then he died like about 8 months later. and he also had cirrhosis, and he was diabetic and everything, and we buried him that same year that my grandmother died, and we buried him on Thanksgiving Day. So, you know, we buried him on Thanksgiving Day, and it was one of the hardest things to ever do, you know. And by the time my grandfather had passed away, I had already had a job here. I was working. I was making a decent amount of living, but you know, things here in Puerto Rico are so hard when it comes to jobs. So sometimes people will let you go and not give you a reason, and so you'll have to. Finally made it. It started raining like hell. All right. You missed the news. You missed the news. So I'm going to have to repeat it to you, but in a abbreviated way. All right. August, long story short, if you don't notice and you don't buy Power Ranger stuff, for people like me that do Power Ranger helmets and other people that do like 3D modeling of the Power Ranger helmets, the Power Ranger weapons, the armors and everything like that, or anything cosplay related to making the Power Rangers and stuff like that. Apparently, since Hasbro now owns the copyright, a lot of people have been having to close down their Etsy stores, and some people had to close down. I think they were even was told that they were going after people that are selling stuff on eBay as well. So it's like, I had to fill out a form for licensing. Like, if they license me, then I can keep selling and doing Power Ranger stuff and everything. If I don't get licensed, I have to stop doing Power Ranger stuff altogether. I can't sell anything Power Rangers. I can't sell helmets. I can't sell props. I can't sell shields. I can't sell anything that has to do with Power Rangers. Well, from what I know, from what I've heard, a few people had to close down their Etsy stores. I think maybe about 5 or 6 people had to close down their Etsy stores. One person had to take off everything that they had Power Rangers related, that they had 3D modeled off of there, started leaving them with only one Kamen Rider 3D model helmet in their shop. And they announced that they are only going to be modeling and selling 3D files for Kamen Rider now. And so that's like I said, when I was told that, it's like I wasn't really concerned until today, and that's a big deal, because like I told everybody else earlier, this is my main source of income. I don't have a job outside of this, of making props or anything, because I haven't been able to find a job. Not for the lack of trying, because I have tried. I can't even get a job at McDonald's, guys. I can't even get a job at McDonald's. I could say, would you like fries? In fact, my first job was McDonald's when I was 16 years old. So, I'm just saying. And so, if I have to eliminate that, I'm going to be in deep trouble. I'm going to have to stop a lot of things. Like, I will even have to stop the YouTube channel. And August, that's why I'm telling you right now. So I'm telling you that I have to, if money gets so tight, I will have to shut down the channel. I will not be releasing any tutorials or anything. So if that happens, that I don't get approved for the licensing, that's it. That they will basically kill not just how I make a living, but how I pay my bills and stuff like. But also they will kill the channel where I won't be able to do tutorials, and not just because I can't do nothing Power Rangers. I could do other things. Am I still there? Alright, can you see me, guys? Okay, am I still here? Okay, you're okay. Super that can't even get around it by saying it's Super Sentai. Yeah, I know. And you know, if they say that you're not allowed to, and they find out you're doing it, it could bring a lot more problems than anybody wants. You know, because when you're dealing with copyright thing, it's a big deal. Copyright is a big deal. So I don't know what's going to happen. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the live stream, because when my friend told me about this, I was like, I'm gonna have to go live tonight. I'm gonna have to make an announcement and talk to everybody that, you know, watches the channel and everything, because, you know, it's like, if I don't tell you this, you know, you guys are gonna be wondering what happened. Why are there no more videos? Why is there no content? Why, when he goes, if he does a live stream, why is he not doing anything like he was doing before? Why is it changed? You know, it's like, I'd rather tell you guys and let you guys know what's going on, what's changed. Hate to say it, but I work with licensing in my company, and the likelihood of a big company like Hasbro giving out a license is very low. Unless they can make enough money from you, they won't care. Which, yeah, I know, and this is one of the reasons why I decided to make this video and like make this live stream and talk to you guys about it. Because I see a very little chance of me getting approved. So I'm trying to see, like, I'm still taking commissions and everything for Power Rangers stuff. So it's like, you know, I'm still taking commissions. Like, I have a sale, guys. I have a sale going on right now that I announced. I actually announced it like about a week ago, that I was doing a sale for, you could buy one raw 3D printed helmet, and then you can get a second raw one for free, or, you know, a raw 3D printed Batman cowl, and you can get a, you know, another raw printed helmet free. So like that, you know, either a Batman cowl and another cowl, printed cowl for free, or a 3D printed helmet and another 3D printed helmet raw for free. So, you know, I'm trying to do that because I'm trying to see if I can raise. Now I'm gonna have to do it more and more and more and advertise it as much as possible until I get that announcement, because I already know for a fact that there's a chance they're gonna tell me no, a big giant chance that they're gonna tell me no. So I'm gonna see about what I'm gonna do about that. So I'm just gonna see, you know, because if I can, hey Richard, what's up? And I'm gonna see what I can do, because if I have to stop making Power Ranger stuff because of the copyright with Hasbro and everything, I want to see if I can get enough orders in and out before then, especially before the holidays, because I know the holidays are very slow for me. I don't get, like, a lot of times orders stop from mid-November all the way to February. So I usually don't get any orders around that time, because, you know, people are spending money buying gifts for their friends, their family, their loved ones, and everything. So, you know, with this copyright thing, like Ian said, there's a very low likelihood that I'll even get approved for licensing, because since I'm not a big giant, you know, company, everything could stop, and I'll have to stop doing everything. I'll have to stop making videos because there's no money for materials, for doing 3D modeling. Like a lot of other YouTubers that do this, they actually have like a side job. You know, they have a normal 9-to-5 job where they make these videos. They use some money from their paychecks, and some of them actually, you know, make enough money off their YouTube videos where, you know, the money that they get from their YouTube videos, they, you know, go from there and use the money to buy more materials so they can make more content, and, you know, so on and so forth. So it's kind of like a little circle of life with this. Or Hello. Or did they give you a C and what? Hello. Oh, did they give you a C and D? What is that? Saban reopens and gets back the rights, and let's hope there are no copyright. Richard Palicki, no, they are on a rampage, banning a lot of people on eBay and Etsy. See, this is Robert. This is the guy who actually told me about it. And so it's like, it's affecting a lot of people that do this stuff. So we're probably, like me, Robert, other people are probably gonna end up having to stop doing anything Power Ranger related, selling anything Power Rangers related. And we're just gonna have to figure out what else that we can make that brings a lot of attention, there's a big fan base for that. It's like, does this include the models or just physical props? This includes also the 3D models. So sadly to say, this also includes the 3D models. So a lot of people don't have access to that. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. So yeah, so the things are going to be, sure, the actors will love this. Yeah, the only thing is the actors have no say in it. So I'm sure, and honestly, a lot of the actors already have their stuff. So Anarchy and Star Child props are it, I guess. Most likely, they are probably going to be the ones that people can get their stuff from. There's a good chance that they probably proceed forward because they were actually asked to go to a con because they did the helmets, Star Child props, and everything, and all that other stuff. So I'm sure they're good with Hasbro, and I know Anarchy's probably going to be good with Hasbro as well. But for the rest of us that are on the smaller scale of things, we're going to be in some really deep mess. Yeah, I hear you, man, dude. So now we're going to buy PR helmets on the the deep web. Anarchy's not good with Hasbro since he lied about his licensing. I don't. So I don't know what's going on, but like I said, a lot of people are being affected. So, but I don't know how far it'll go, especially with Anarchy. He's bigger and everything, so I don't know what's gonna happen. For me, I sell finished helmets for 300, and that actually includes the shipping cost. Kind of sucks because I've been working with Chris Lee quite a bit lately. Nah, cool. So I don't know what's gonna go on, what's gonna happen. All right, let's see what he says. So, kind of sucks because, so yeah, it's like, I don't think he'll know anything, to be honest yet. There's a chance he might not, because this is fairly new. This just started recently happening, you know. And like I said, the actors would have no say. You know, they're just the actors that play the characters. So they really can't do anything about it if you know, if it's true. You know, because it's no longer with Saban, now it's Hasbro and everything. So I played it safe and kept my license to do the animations only. So holding off on selling files for now. If they agree to my anime license, I will apply for the cosplay rights. So, and that's what I did. I applied for the cosplay rights to see if I can continue. But like what somebody said, you know, if you're like a smaller person, there's a low likelihood that they will actually approve somebody for a license. So because somebody smaller probably doesn't play to their advantage in the whole big scheme of things. So I don't really know what's gonna happen. It's all up in the air. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do because I don't want to stop the channel. I don't want to stop doing the tutorials. I don't want to stop doing the videos. I don't want to stop everything because if this thing happens and I can't do it anymore, there's no income, and without income, there's no materials, no videos. The YouTube channel dies before it even takes off. So I wish I knew what the future was holding for the channel right now, but I really don't. And I'm very concerned about that because it could be the end. If I do anything on YouTube, I would have to do something completely different. Which I know the people that watch my channel are not going to like that. You know, they're going to be pretty upset. They're going to be sad. They're going to be like, oh, but I wanted to learn about this and I wanted to learn about that. You know, I can still do like videos. Like I still bought the material for doing the Pepper Potts armor, so I can still do that video, which I'm still planning on doing, because Sandy made a donation to buy the materials, and I did get filament, and I did get some gold vinyl wrapping, so that's gonna be good, and I just that's gonna be a good build, and I'm gonna do it as a series of videos because it's gonna be a full armor. So it's the helmet, the torso, the chest, everything. So I can't make just one video out of a full armor suit. No Ranger stop won't get stopped by Hasbro since they sell a lot of merch there. Do you mind shooting me that link? Nothing stops Ranger inspired like King Tyranno. Yeah, like King Tyranno could still be done because King Tyranno is not actually part of Power Rangers. You know, he's a fan character. He's a fan-made character. So, you know, he can't. He falls off that. You know, Hasbro can't touch him because they don't own King Tyranno. Can't share links on here. Only us and the mods can. Only I can. And whatever mods are here. So, now that you guys know the news of what things are going to happen, I want to know, what do you guys think? How do you guys feel about that? That there's a chance that that by this happening, the whole channel could suffer, that it will have to be stopped, that content won't be coming out anymore or anything if this does happen, because it's a possibility that it could happen. And I wanted to know what are you guys thinking? How do you guys feel about that whole thing, that this could be an ending to this channel before it even started? I'm like this close to 4,000 watch hours to see if I could get a review for monetization. You know, it's like not guaranteed monetization, but review to see if YouTube thinks I'm good enough. But you know, it's like, if I can't make content, then what am I supposed to do? You know, it's like I would have to, and everything. And the live streams are fun and everything, but you guys don't really get a lot of good stuff out of the live streams. You really don't. You know, it's like if I do a live stream, I would have to. It'd be mostly me talking about, you know, what you could do here, how you could do this, how you can do that, and it's informative. But you know, I don't know if it would get a little bit boring for you guys. You know, just talking about it and not seeing the visual aspects of how it would look from beginning to end. You know, you don't get bummed out. You know, don't get bummed out. Keep doing what you're doing. Just don't sell it. Yeah, but the thing is this: if I can't make commissions, I don't have the money to buy materials to keep making content. That's the problem, because all of my income comes from making and selling Power Ranger helmets. So if I have to stop selling it, I don't have the money to keep making videos. That's the reason why this affects me a lot, because I will have to stop making videos, because if I can't sell, there's no money coming in to buy materials to make videos. You know, because I don't have a job. This is the only thing I do. The props is the only way I make money. Yeah, I know that, but you know, I advertise about everything. That I do a lot of other commissions, but nobody has asked me to make anything else except for Power Rangers. Like, everybody just comes to me, asks me, I want a Power Ranger, I want a Power Ranger helmet, I want this Power Ranger helmet, I want that Power Ranger helmet, you know, it's like that. Like, I haven't, like, in the past few years, all of my commissions have been Power Rangers, except for maybe about 6, or I think, like, when the Iron Man first movie came out, I was making pure orders of Iron Man suits out of foam. Then I did Master Chief, but then I started making Power Ranger helmets and everything, the Power Ranger swords, the Power Ranger weapons, but mostly the helmets. People, like, that's all I ever get. People are always calling me, I want this helmet, I want that helmet. So it's like, I gotta figure out what other characters or things that people want to cosplay that I can make tutorials for and that I can actually sell. So that's gonna be the hard part, finding something else when people just order just Power Ranger helmets from you, that now you can't sell those. So I'm gonna be losing a lot of clients that I have that come back to me. Now they can't come back to me because I might not be able to make the order. Switch to custom builds and common riders, but stick with Power Rangers until Hasbro sends you a letter to stop. Yeah, I know. I'm like I said, guys. I even have a sale going on. Like, you know, buy one raw 3D printed helmet, you get a second one for free. You know, that helps me raise some money for the YouTube channel and for some builds, and you know, helps pay the bills. Also keep the lights on, so to speak, you know. So I'm trying my best here to see to make sure that this situation doesn't go extremely bad. You know, it's like we don't really want this to get bad. You know, want it to stay as good as possible. Do you sell? I don't sell anything on eBay or Etsy. I used to sell on Etsy, but it was very rare when I made an order, and then paying the monthly fee to Etsy didn't really pan out, because, you know, I was paying the monthly fee, but I was barely selling anything. So there was no point in having an Etsy store. And also, a guy named Nelly had to close down his whole Etsy store because he had everything Power Rangers related. He got Power Ranger files, he was selling Power Ranger raw prints, and he had to shut down his whole store. It's gone. His online Etsy shop is gone. He had to shut it down. So basically, you're not safe anywhere because they're going after people on Etsy and people on eBay. So that's why I said this thing is kind of serious because, like I said, they're kind of they're like dropping the hammer on a lot of us. So it's not working out in many of our favors. I could be next on that aspect. Like I would have to stop. Because especially I do the announcements on YouTube, I do the announcements on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and that's because that's how I advertise. And you never know what can happen. You never know, because if they tell me to stop, I have to stop. Why don't you do the commissions without telling Hasbro only private service? We don't say any. Yeah, but the thing is, I still would have to make public announcements through the internet. I still have to make public announcements through the internet. Because nobody will know I'm selling anything if I don't announce it. Because it's like you want more clients. You want to get more people coming in, to buy your stuff. And if you don't advertise, nobody's going to know that you're selling stuff, that you're doing stuff. I don't know, because Starlight Studios is actually getting pretty popular now. They're actually getting very popular. So they could end up striking a deal with them. You never know, because it's if people are very well known in this type of thing and they're doing stuff and everything, it's like they're probably more safer than others that are smaller and not that well known like me. So Starlight Studios is very well known on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and it's like you say the name Starlight Studios, who everybody already knows who you're talking about. You know what kind of stuff they make, and you've seen the stuff that they've made. And I'm sure even Hasbro wouldn't have an issue with them. I'm sure they wouldn't have. They would probably even want to give them a licensing, because I'm sure they love the stuff that they make. So it's how it is. It's how it is. Oscar, I got a question. Is there a Power Rangers website to where I can watch Power Ranger episodes be online, because I have no TV? I actually don't know, because I don't watch Power Rangers online. I don't really watch anything Power Rangers online. If anybody here in the chat actually knows, let Spirit Beast know. Hasbro already made it so Starlight Studios couldn't sell their Power Rangers merch on eBay. Whoa, look at that. They couldn't even... Oh, look at that. I guess they weren't safe after all. Amazing, yet Star Child Props somehow partnered with Boom. Well, if they partnered with Boom, and I'm sure Boom Comics has a good friendship with Hasbro. It's like I said, it has many factors. If you're like a really small person that does this kind of stuff, I guess the small people are going to be more affected than the bigger, well-known names. It's always a possibility. That's how sometimes things work in this type of stuff. You can advertise your Rangers without saying I make Power Rangers. You can give your helmets and other props on display. But the thing is this: I'm not gonna make anything unless it's commissioned, and I won't display it. I'm not gonna I can't just make random Power Ranger stuff and post it. You know, it's like that's, you know, if I, like I said, you know, if I can't advertise saying that I'm selling, it's gonna cause a lot of problems, because you know it's like that's how people find me, because of advertising. That's how people find me, because I don't have a website, I don't have this, I don't have that. So it's Etsy, not eBay type of. See, you can't sell nothing on Etsy with them, because Nelly got removed from. I had to shut down his store on Etsy. Now look at this. Star Child Studios had to shut down their stuff on Etsy. Look at that. Look at this. You know, and it makes you wonder, like, what are the chances for me? What are my chances? You know, they have all this stuff also. They're, you know, kind of small people too, and you know, I'm somebody small and doing this type of stuff, and you never know. For recreational use, yeah, but I can't make anything for recreational use only. I can't make anything for recreation because I don't have the spare money just to make something out of the blue just because I want to make it. You know, I will actually have to watch my pennies. Literally, I will have to actually watch what I spend. Does anyone? Let's see. Well, let's see what happens, because, like I said, I had an Etsy store before, and I said this before. I had an Etsy store before, but I never made really any good sales. Like I would like probably sell 2 things in 1 month, and that's really not enough. You know, that's not enough to get by. You know, and then you gotta pay that monthly fee. You have to pay that monthly fee with Etsy. You missed a comment. Display only what you recently have as. I don't have anything. Nothing. Like anything I have, I've already posted before. Because I don't keep anything I make. Because every video that I've made was for a commission that I've made already. So those helmets are now completely gone. And those photos are actually posted up on my Instagram. And so, which means I can't even post anything new. You know, like I said, I'm still going to be taking commissions here and there until I get the yes or the no from them. So I'm gonna see what happens. So hopefully I can get some orders still in before the end of the year, and because I don't know how long it's gonna take for them to actually respond to that form I sent. I don't know. It could take a couple weeks. It could take a month. I don't know. So, but right now that is up in the air. But I have to be on my toes. I gotta be careful. Because you never know. Out of the blue, they could contact me and say, I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to sell this. You're not allowed to sell this or anything. And I'm like, I am not gonna sell my bed. Get to 3D modeling and help me with the animation. I am not going to be nowhere near an animation speed. I just finished making a helmet. So I'm gonna have to see what's gonna happen. It's gonna take a lot of thinking, a lot of figuring out. If you sell White Ranger helmets, they are losing profit. Yeah, but the thing is you don't. They even announced they're gonna be bringing out other Power Ranger helmets. They're gonna be bringing other Power Ranger helmets. So I don't know. They have something planned. They have something in the back of their mind that they're working on. Because come on, if they're stopping these people from doing this stuff, there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. Yeah, but the thing is this: if that was the case, they wouldn't have shut. They wouldn't have. Nelly wouldn't have had to shut down his Etsy shop. You know, because the only helmet that they have right now for their lightning connection is the White Ranger helmet. That's all. And Nelly had other files of other helmets in his Etsy shop. Yet he still had to close it down. He still had to close it down. So that says a lot right there. But I don't see what that was, because if it was because of the White Ranger helmet, just the White Ranger helmet, I'm sure they would have just told him, take this down, take that one helmet down, and you're gonna be okay. So I like I said, I feel it's something bigger than just that. Not just because of that one helmet, they're gonna take down somebody's store, you know, because that's not right. That's not right. So I'm sure. It's like they whole said, now they own the copyrights of Power Rangers, so now they own this and this and this and that. So you know, they are trying. I guess in a way you could say they're trying to corner the market in some way, shape, or form. So you know, it's like, what's going on? Yeah, they would have seen the White and then checked out the rest of the shop. 90% was Ranger related. I bet Hasbro flagged everyone. Yeah, you know, so anything that had to do Power Ranger related, you know, it's like they couldn't sell. So, and me, since everything I make for my clients, for my customers, are all Power Ranger stuff, and only like less than a handful were like maybe DC or something else, and that's it. But everything else I make, literally everything I make is Power Rangers, because that's what the people want. That's what they ask for. You know, they don't ask for other things. You know, they're like, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do that? And it's always Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers. So now with Hasbro doing what they're doing, Power Rangers is now going to be off the table, and that's not right. That is not something that I am happy about, because the fact of the matter is that they're doing this, and they're making our lives a little harder now, because they don't know that, you know, some of us, this is just basically our main source of income. You know, they don't know this is like our main job. This is how we make a living. I'm sure they don't care about those little sob stories of like, oh, he can't, oh, he can't survive without making this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, you still have to stop. So, you know, big business, guys. It's big business, and you know, it's like the little people are going to suffer. Hopefully they're not going to be like the Red Ranger helmet that was 2 different color reds. Well, gonna have to see. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just wanted to let you guys know what's going to happen. What could be the possibility for not just commissions, like if they flag me and say I can't do this, that means I'll have to put on Etsy. I'll have to put on Instagram. I'll have to put on Twitter that I can't, because of what happened with what they told me. You know, I cannot mass produce. I can't sell anything Ranger related. That would be off the table. You know, and which sucks because, you know, like I said, that's my source of income. That's how I pay to keep the lights on. That's how I pay for the internet to do stuff, to go live and everything. And if I have to stop doing it, I'm gonna have to. I could end up disappearing from the internet because I wouldn't be able to pay for anything. So that's why I'm gonna have to see about what I can do, what other things that people want to buy, like what other type of cosplay stuff do people want to buy that I can literally ship at an affordable rate. I can ship fast. I can ship easily with no problems and stuff like that. Like I said, I used to ship out foam Iron Man suits. I used to do a lot of Iron Man suits, especially when Iron Man 1 came out, and then the second one, I was doing Iron Man suits like crazy. I was making Iron Man suits left and right. War Machine suit, Iron Man suit. I made the Iron Patriot suit. Like I sent that out to so many people out there in the States and everything. Like I was getting orders, like a lot of orders for Iron Man suits. And this was in the beginning when not a lot of people were making Iron Man suits, so it was kind of a hard thing to find and order, and affordable as well, you know, because I always try to do something at an affordable rate so people can pay for that. Yeah, well, we'll have to see if they even. Well, Richard, we'll have to see if they say anything about that as well. So, for right now, I guess I'm gonna have to start learning how to 3D model Kamen Rider helmets and see where it goes from there. Like, if my videos did better, like if I ended up getting more views on my videos and could get monetized, I could get like more people, you know, like I could get like people like looking at my content and everything like that. And so, I got a request here. So, well, thank you for the warning. I appreciate that right there. So, that's another thing I guess we're gonna have to think about now. Just wanted to warn you. How many view hours you at now? Right now, let me check. How many view hours am I at right now? Let me just refresh this right now. Right now, I'm at 3.8 thousand watch hours. I'm at 3.8 watch hours. So I'm at 96%. So I need another 4% to reach the 4,000 watch hours. So I need another 4,000% to watch for those watch hours to be reached. And then I can submit for a review to see if I can get monetized. Oh, I really wish I could get monetized. Oh my god. Do you know how awesome that would be to get monetized and then you can make money from the videos that people watch? Even though I don't get a lot of views on my videos, like honestly guys, it's like I don't mean to be like talking bad about myself, but damn. You know, it's like the King Tyranno video, it's been out since September 28th. It only ended up getting 527 views. And the Black Century Rifle, only 264 views. So it's like, and even the last Fusion, like the first Fusion video I did, I released that thing back in June 2nd. Only 547 views, so like And I know it's because people can't find my videos because they don't know who I am. I'm still a fairly small channel, and YouTube mostly advertises and puts people in the beginning of the search of videos that they feel like gets a lot of attention and everything, that gets a lot of more feedback from people that are watching. Maybe if you expand to homemade sculptures or parts, armors from games, anime. Well, I can make armors. I can. That's how I started. Before I started making Power Ranger helmets, I was doing props. I did Anbu masks from Naruto. I did. I can't sew, so I can't do nothing in fabric because I don't sew for anything. I don't know how to sew or anything. I made helmets out of clay. I made helmets out of clay from bleach. Like I made stuff from the Oran cars and everything. Plus, like I said, I even made Iron Man suits. Iron Man suits out of foam. And I would love to make a video out of that one day. I would like to make a video of an own Iron Man suit, or even an Optimus Prime suit, because I remember. Have you seen the pay rates for... No, I don't even know how you can find that stuff. I don't even know what the pay rate is for monetization. I don't even know if you can find that info. Can you find that info? Is that info available to see? Do what MXR did and pay for a pre-vid ad. Only has to be 30 seconds. They got like 100k subs from it. Oscar, if someone's type 3D printed Power Ranger helps you come up. Yeah, I know because since I do have like 3D printed in the beginning a lot of my videos, and actually I ended up getting reviewed by a YouTube channel that does reviews of other YouTube channels, and they told me that I needed to put that in the beginning of my videos to get more attention, and also to make thumbnails that pop. Make thumbnails that pop. So, because they said they like the content, they said they love the finished product and everything. They just they felt that I needed to do more to get more people's attention. Put the title in and don't put a lot of words in the actual thumbnail. I remember I first found after looking up Power Ranger helmets. Found your channel. Thank you, and I'm glad you subscribed. I'm so glad you subscribed because a lot of people watch. I've seen the fact that a lot of people watch my videos, but the majority are not subscribers. It kind of sucks. I get more people that watch the videos that are not subscribed than people that are subscribed. So if there was only a way to make those people subscribers, that would even be better. Let's see, 20 British pounds per 1,000 views, or something like that. Okay, what's this? Okay. So that's how you search for it. YouTube. On average, the YouTube channel can receive $18 per 1,000 views. So $18 per 1,000 views. Oh, that kind of hurts because a lot of my videos didn't even touch that. Like, there's some videos that are up over 1,000 views. So I probably would have made $200 if I was monetized. Like $200. I sent you the American one in Messenger. Yeah, I just saw it. No pence, no pounds. How much do YouTubers make a YouTuber's pocket guide? How wonderful. Excuse me. So yeah, now we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen. Hopefully, I can get monetized soon because they only give you a year. They give you a year, guys, to reach 1,000 subscribers plus 4,000 watch hours. After that, after the year, then you literally almost have to start over again, but not completely over. Like they remove a few of the watch hours that you gained, like almost nearly half from what I was told. And then you have to start all over again and do this stuff. So I'm like, like it's painful. Well, I just did your estimate and what it is. I know it's like really low. Like there's like no money coming in, right? Like there ain't nothing. Like in a year, I would make, with the views that I get right now, in a year I would make $37. Estimated daily earning, 6 to 10 cents a day. Monthly earning, $2 to $3. And you know what the bad thing is? Like you can't touch any of that money until you reach your first, I think, $100 or $200. I think that's what the rule is. $100 to $200, and that's when you can actually get that check or something like that. I know mine's is so sad. How much I could make is so sad. Like that wouldn't even pay for making like one video, literally. Be Uber. What do you mean be Uber? What's be Uber what? Be Uber sexy? So I'm gonna have to see what. So like I said, guys, I'm just gonna see what's gonna happen. What I can do. I'm gonna have to really kick up my. I'm gonna have to really kick it up a notch and start like trying to practice more and more with the 3D modeling to see what I can make. You know, maybe I can model some of the Kamen Rider armor, see what I can you know, figure out and do and stuff like that. Cause it's it's gonna be a battle, guys. Cause I can't let this stuff like hold me back and stop me from doing stuff. You know, I really gotta kick my game up, man. It's like if I don't do it, I'm gonna be suffering big time. No joke. So and that's like the last thing I need. I think that's the last thing any of us need. You know, 'cause you guys wouldn't want that. I don't want that. You know, it's like. Do you think Hasbro would retract the licensing and allow the Etsy shops and commissions to open back up? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what they're planning to do. I wish I knew what they were planning to do, but at this moment, it's literally all up in the air right now, because I don't know what their plan is, what they're aiming to do with this whole procedure. So it's kind of hard. It's really kind of hard to say. Those are questions I really can't answer because I just recently found out all about this stuff recently, and I don't have any thoughts. What they're planning on doing? Could they change their minds and let people reopen this? It's all right now. It's all up in the air. It's all up in the air, and we have to wait to see what Hasbro does, if the licensing has to be done, if to make and sell Power Ranger helmets, props, costumes, and stuff like that. We'll need to. If you need to have a license to do it, and if you need to have a license to do it, then there's a good chance that, you know, if they tell like me or Robert and my other friend that does 3D Command Center, they tell us no, then we're just gonna have to stop. But until then, I'm still gonna be doing it until I get, if they say no, that's when I'll stop. But until then, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep making the stuff because, you know, it's like I have not been approached yet, and it's still early. It's still early to be approached. So I'm gonna see what's gonna happen and see, because, you know, I'm sure they can find me on eBay, Instagram, and everything, because I post everywhere. And I posted flyers online, you know, announcing the sales that I have, announcing, you know, the raffles that I've done and stuff like that. So it's just what I'm gonna do. Would you find something else if you don't get the license? I'm gonna have to find something else and try to like really kick it up to try to get the trying to get people like to buy the stuff. You know, because if I have to move from Power Rangers to just straight up more common, because I know there's a lot of Kamen Rider fans. There really are a lot of Kamen Rider fans. To do that, I'm gonna have to start like modeling or purchasing files of Kamen Riders and start, selling the fully finished Kamen Rider helmets and the props and everything. Because if I have to start Kamen Rider, I'm even gonna have to start figuring out how to do the props. Because if you're gonna make a Kamen Rider, you're gonna need to make a prop, because you can get the bucklers, you can get the drivers online. Like a lot of people buy their morphers online. So I'm gonna have to do that. So like right now, I've been learning how to do 3D modeling using Blender, and I've gotten some tips from YouTube, and Robert has gave me some ideas and tips on how to do certain things and everything. And that's how I was working on. I worked on one Kamen Rider helmet from also the same character, Valkyrie. And then I started working on another one that's Valkyrie but running cheetah form, and her original form. And I'm gonna have to learn to do all this stuff. I'm gonna even have to learn see if I can model their chest pieces, because they do have like some chest armor, and some have like shoulder pieces and stuff like that, and a lot of them have weapons. So see if I can 3D model like their guns or their other pieces, to see. But that's the one other aspect. If it can't be Power Rangers, then maybe Kamen Rider or Super Sentai. Because Super Sentai is like a thin line. Because I don't think they own Super Sentai, and it would have to be a series that hasn't been released in the U.S. I would have to say, as long as it's not a U.S. representation of it, I think Hasbro can't say anything. Because unless they own that particular, version of the Power Rangers, like they own all Power Rangers now, but Power Rangers is not Super Sentai, and Super Sentai is not Power Rangers. It's two different things altogether. Because even you could tell by watching the show, two separate stories altogether, and everything. Right now I'm printing the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger. So that's what I'm printing right now. That's in the background right now. Started printing it out this morning, and it's still a long way to go. A long way to go. I think it's like about a 48-hour print. And only supports on the bottom. There are no like supports everywhere else. So. It's 48 hours. What can I say? But that's pretty much all I can talk about right now, because basically that's all that's going on. Can you print the Supersonic Ranger? I don't know their Sentai name, but they were in the Green Cycle Origin comic. I don't know who they are, because I don't read the comics. I don't even know who exactly they are. And that's an option, man. Like the Train One, Sentai, Chokuger, yeah. And believe it or not, nobody's ever asked me for anything Tokuger. I'm surprised. Like there are like series that have not been released in the U.S. and people have only asked me like, oh, I want this one, I want, and like, Tokuger was passed by, and nobody's ever asked for Tokuger. I don't know. I don't know if there were that many fans for Tokuger. Like, I thought it was pretty cool. But honestly, Saban never picked it up, so what can you do? But like I said, like they don't own the Super Sentai series, so there are still some characters that they don't own that can still be made. So as long as they're not in the Power Rangers family, because Saban doesn't own the Super Sentai. They don't own that. They own Power Rangers, not Super Sentai. So I feel like as long as it's something it hasn't been adapted to the U.S. and become Power Rangers, it's up for grabs. But yeah, for now, I think that's all. That's all I can talk to you guys about. That's all I really know about what's going on right now in the aspect of the whole thing with the Power Rangers and the and what's going on with Saban. I mean, not Saban. With Hasbro and everything, and to see where we're gonna be in this whole situation. Me, Robert, and some other people that I know that do Power Ranger stuff, and that are in the small aspect of sellers and prop makers and everything. So I'm gonna have to see, because I do know other prop makers that don't make anything Power Rangers, that they make other stuff, and it seems like they make a good amount of commissions and stuff like that. So I have to see maybe what I can do and everything. And I really, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to branch out in the videos also, not just stick with Power Rangers, because a lot of people, when people see the videos, they assume that's all I do. That's all I do is Power Rangers, but it's not. I can do so much more stuff than that. So, it's like, I gotta show what I can bring to the table. I gotta show what I got. I'm gonna have to show you guys what I got. To show you guys, I'm not just about Power Rangers. It ain't just about Power Rangers for me. I can do a lot of other stuff. I can do Marvel. I can do DC. Well, as long as it's armor. As long as if it's fabric, no. I can't do nothing fabric because I can't sew and I don't own a sewing machine. So yeah, that's another thing I can't touch. I don't have the skill of a seamstress. So yeah, that's off the table for me for right now. But yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do about figuring out what other things I can make for props to sell and commission. Like I really am gonna try my best to start modeling some stuff for Kamen Rider and everything, for those people that cosplay as Kamen Riders. I'm not too sure how many people in the U.S. we have that cosplay as Kamen Riders, because I've been to a lot of conventions in the past in the U.S. and I've never seen a Kamen Rider once in my life. The current one is the Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin. That's what I'm printing right now over there. It's the Green Ranger. Green. It's Tommy. It's Tommy, guys. It is, and not to be confused with Tommy Gunn from Rocky. We're supposed to like this, Tommy. Like brothers. Mike, touch man, I'll sue. Come on, bud. Touch man, I'll sue. I haven't seen that movie in so many years yet. I can still remember that last part of the movie, from that Rocky movie. Is come on, bud. And then Rocky punches him like in the gut. He like, sue me for what? Because he ain't got nothing. He ain't rich anymore. He lives in Brooklyn, in an apartment with his wife and son. Yeah, he took my room. So yeah, that's the curtain print right there. That's what I'm printing right now. Mighty Morphin Green. All right. So does anybody want to ask me anything else before anything? Because I was almost here 2 hours. So does anybody want to ask me anything before I go? And you want to know anything? We got 8 people here. You got a question. You want to know anything before I head out for the evening? And if you're just joining us right now, you can go back to the beginning of the video after the live stream is over and find out what the news is. And let me tell you something right now. The news is a little shocking, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future with me in the whole making commissions for Power Ranger helmets. So if you want to know what the news is, you can go back to the beginning of the video and you can see what the announcement is. Have you ever thought about making video game props? I actually have made video game props before. I don't get a lot of people asking me for those though. That's the one thing. It's not something I get asked for often. Like maybe like once or twice I've gotten asked for that. You know, I was asked to make Miss Fortune's gun. I've made a lot of Mass Effect M8 rifles, M8 rifles. Or is it M7? M8 or M7, right? One of those two. So I've actually made props from some video games for cosplayers. So, but it's like I said, it's not something that's really asked for a lot. At least they don't ask me for that one a lot. You can ask for that in the Instagram, Robert. Yes, Robert made an order before this all happened. Before this whole meshuggah happened. So like I said, does anybody got anything they want to ask about the whole thing, about the live streams, the videos, the tutorials, or anything? Because yeah, like I think I kind of answered all those type of questions and everything in the announcement. So but we're gonna see what we're gonna do. I'm gonna continue to see if I can learn how to do some more 3D modeling so I can get a little bit more better at it. That way I can 3D print some other stuff and post. Like if I can actually model these things and then post the photos of the 3D models, like I said, I made this model. It's up. The physical 3D printed version is up for sale. You can get a 3D printed raw 3D printed version, or you can get a fully finished version, shipped and everything. And you know, see where we go from there. One second, I have a message here. So yeah, so I guess if there are if there are no more questions, guys, if there are no more questions, I guess we're just gonna call it a night, and I guess we'll see each other on the next live stream, and we'll talk about see what's going on. Let you know if there's any updates, if I gotten any word from Hasbro. We'll talk about that in the next live stream. So cross your fingers, and we'll see what's gonna happen, and we're gonna see. If luck is on my side or something, because you never know. They could have conditions when it comes to getting a licensing. So there could be conditions. And that's if they think I should get a licensing for it. So we're gonna have to see. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. So we'll just thank you for joining me on the live stream, guys. It's important live stream that I left a message to see what was going on with the future, what's going to be happening, and I'll let you know what happens next week if I get any word. I'll let you guys know if I get any word from after sending in that form for the licensing from Hasbro. So till then, I'll catch you guys later.